So, Jill, the mother of our Marine being held in Mexico, and how are your spirits right now?
Tried, but sure. I mean, I still have faith. I know that God is gonna. It's God's perfect timing. I know that Andrew's gonna get out, so I'm hanging in there and trying to keep Andrew optimistic.
A lot of advice. I had Tamara Holder from Fox News on my show today, and she said you have to go easy on that Mexican government because if they start getting mad at you for publicity, that's a fine line to walk for a mother. How are you balancing that?
Well, I've been very careful from the beginning to be respectful of Mexico's law. Andrew did not intend to be on their soil with his firearms, and I respect their laws, and so does Andrew. All I've ever asked for from the beginning is an expeditious due process. I will tell you that it's been aggravating because we're now on the third attorney because the first two did a great justice to Andrew. However, I have a high degree of confidence in Mr. Benitez, and I'm confident that through the judicial system in Mexico that Andrew will be released.
And what has been the most touching part of this entire experience for you? Because I know there have been just an outpouring of public support. What's been the most touching thing?
Well, that has been the most touching thing. I mean, it's amazing. Coast to coast, I feel like my family has just grown expeditiously. I mean, I now have this universe of a family. There's just so much prayers and support. And Andrew, I know that he feels it because I read to him a lot of the prayers and the support messages that are on our Facebook page. And so he is so appreciative. So that's been the most amazing thing is how America can rally together for this Marine.
We've heard a lot from you. You tell me this is hard for Andrew, but he's hanging in there spiritually. That's been his rock. How's the rest of your family doing?
My daughter, who's 2 years older than Andrew, she's in a brand new career. She's a chiropractor in Asheville, so her first, few months of practice. So she's literally just diving into her career, but she spends as much time on the phone as she can with Andrew, trying to lift his spirits. But it's been really difficult because who would have ever thought that, you would have a brother who's in prison, and let alone a brother who's in a Mexican prison. So she prays, ardently for him and make sure that, she's got her prayer groups and she's staying hopeful and faithful.
Jill, have you made plans for when Andrew is released?
Well, yes. Of course, we're going to have that grand family celebration down in South Florida. However, also he's going to get started and return into his or continue with his recovery plan for PTSD. And so he's already slated to go into the Mighty Oaks Foundation. It's a Christ-based PTSD program here in California. And so he's really looking forward to that opportunity to get back on his feet and to start his recovery plan.
You said that this, of course, delay another a few weeks is a discouragement to him. I mean, realistically, it would have to be. He's sitting in a Mexican prison cell. Let's not forget that. No matter how much you and I know that this is a matter of time, hopefully, before he gets out. For him, it's every day is a lifetime, sitting there alone. And so, what is his message, maybe, to the people? What are you hearing from him these days?
Well, I know that he needs to continue to hear from his supporters in America, and that's why we're asking that the public write to him because he has absolutely no distraction in that Mexican jail. Solitary confinement, no radio, no television. He's only allowed one book at a time, but he is allowed letters, and so we're encouraging the American people to write him letters because it keeps him connected because he is abandoned in a sense. I mean, he's in a Mexican prison. He can only feel abandoned because he's not back in America. And so as many letters as possible, he needs those words of encouragement and just so he knows that he hasn't been forgotten.
I'm the mother of 3 little boys. Would you advise me to let my sons go into the military?
Absolutely. Andrew has not a regret, never did have a regret. His military service, he is most proud of, and he would do it again in a second. Even with his symptoms of PTSD, he honorably served, and he would do it again.
I remember you telling me that Memorial Day, or him telling me actually in my interview with him telling me that basically he was very excited because he got to get out and walk around a little bit. That was his big Memorial Day. This hero of ours sitting in a Mexican prison cell got to go walk around for a day. We want to be supportive. Remind us again how all we can be supportive. You said writing the letters, but tell us the website, how we can donate, and how we can help fix this.
Oh, thank you so much. Andrew has lost his life savings over this ordeal because we are on attorney number 3. So the public can visit the AndrewFreedomFund.com site, and there is a place you can make a donation to help him capture back, his savings on all these expenses. And also, we do have the petition there for change.org because we're looking at 200,000 signatures, because then the letter will go out to the Attorney General Jesus Karam if we reach 200,000 signatures. We already reached the WhiteHouse.gov petition, We the People, of 100,000 signatures, and I appreciate the 135,000 Americans who signed that. And we are still waiting for that White House President Obama response. However, you can write letters, go on the AndrewFreedomFund.com site, watch a 2 or 3 minute video. I think it's a wonderful. It shows his life story is from his childhood into the situation that he's in. So if you're not completely sure of Andrew's journey and his fight for freedom, go on that site and get informed.
He's an American hero. You're an American hero to we moms out there. So thank you so much, Jill, for your time with us today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gina.
My pleasure.